Hey everybody, hope your day is going well. It's time for our Monday Facebook Live weather update.
And there's a lot going on that actually rain chances return for some of our western counties this evening, right?
Yeah, that is correct. You know, we are going to have some rain chances really develop as we head into this evening, mainly for Val Verde County. And then those rain chances will go up throughout the night as the storms shift east. We're going to be talking all about that, even maybe some strong storms tonight over towards Val Verde County.
And also over the hill country. Now I'm looking at some of the comments here. We have Ruth joining us from Pleasanton. Hey Ruth, I hope your Monday's going well so far. Ann says Somerset here. We need some rain. Yeah, we definitely do. And you know, some of us, and we'll get into it in the drought monitor, but some of us still looking at severe drought, right?
Yeah, and good news is some of us will see 2 inches of rain possible over the next 7 days.
2.5 inches.
Yes.
Yeah.
So a lot of rain in the 7-day forecast. Today, though, will be a little bit drier. So we're not expecting a lot of rain chances today. Notice to look out towards northwest San Antonio. Right now seeing a good amount of sunshine here and there. It's about a partly cloudy sky overhead.
Yeah.
Not too bad of a look there by any means. 72 degrees, 74 degrees out at the airport. We're going to go ahead and see what we can see. Sometimes we'll see a plane land or take off. I always love looking at this airport cam because you never know what you're going to see whenever you take a look at it. Then Calaveras Lake showing a lot of greenery at the surface. We did have a lot of rain in April, so that helped out.
And you know, we just walked our dog and it felt pretty nice outside. We have a light breeze. We're seeing a break in the clouds, but eventually clouds are going to build back in this afternoon. So enjoy the nice weather while it lasts. Maybe even eat your lunch outside today. It's just very nice out there, especially with temperatures in the 70s. This is ideal weather for me, though. Like, I love 70s, so
same. And you know, allergies aren't going to be too bad today. The allergy report only showing light amounts of mold and light amounts of grass. So I would still take the allergy medicine today. It's been bugging me the last few days, at least, and I know that a lot of other people have been dealing with the sneezing and just trying to get over the allergens.
I took mine already, and I'm feeling great, so it's good.
Nice. The cloud cover out there, not too much of an issue. Again, a little bit more cloud cover in the hill country compared to when you get closer to the coast. But again, we will see cloud cover build in for much of the areas we head into this afternoon. It won't be super cloudy. It will be more partly cloudy to mostly cloudy as we head into this afternoon, though. And a wider look at the state will show a little bit of shower activity closer on to Big Bend National Park, but nothing in the way of storms right now.
So we'll be watching a disturbance move over Texas, you know, particularly West Texas, right? And so that's going to help nudge some showers and thunderstorms, mainly after midnight, really after 9 p.m. for parts of Val Verde County up into Edwards County. So now we're looking at the hill country. So we could see some strong storms later this evening. We have a lot of comments, though. I just want to look at these. We have Grace Kelly saying, hello. Hey, Grace, glad that you're joining us, and I hope your week's off to a great start. Rachel says hello to storms tonight, ? Rachel, I think most of the storm activity will be west of Helotes.
Yeah, and you could have a little bit of shower activity tomorrow morning. By the time the storms get to Helotes, it will really be tomorrow morning around 5 a.m. I'm willing to have 4 to 5 a.m.
Yeah,
so because it's going to take some time for the storms to come across, and they'll be falling apart by that point. So not expected to be really strong for you. Maybe just a little bit of shower activity, maybe a rumble of thunder or two. That's about it.
And Ann says, hi, Andrew. Hi, Meagan.
Hello.
Hey, Ann. Glad that you're here. Richard Lopez says, good morning. We have Jess saying, hey, guys. We have Holly saying, praying for rain. Yeah, we all are. I feel like it's just been dry for several days, and we definitely need it. Grace Kelly wants to know if there are any storms overnight tonight and all day tomorrow in San Antonio. We think most of the activity is going to stay west of San Antonio.
Yeah, most of the activity will be west of San Antonio. Maybe a little bit of shower activity tomorrow morning for the city, and maybe a few showers tomorrow afternoon, but we're not talking about widespread constant rain.
Right.
So it'll be breaks in the rain here and there.
We have Rose Martinez saying, my grass is pretty crispy. We need rain in New Braunfels. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. And then Rachel says, thank you. You're welcome.
And, you know, New Braunfels could see a good amount of rain over the next 7 days. That's one of the spots where we're expecting more of the rainfall. And you'll see that coming up in just a second. You know what? I just clicked forward, and we haven't even talked about temperatures yet. Check out that little cool spot in the hill country. 66 in Rock Springs. 73 in Kerrville, and 73 in Fredericksburg. now, that's an area where we've had a little bit more cloud cover this morning. And you can see that that's caused them to stay a bit cooler. Meanwhile, it's 74 in San Antonio, going further south, 82 in George Weston Beeville.
So they're one of the warmer spots right now.
Yeah, so a little bit cooler in the hill country. Even still, as we get closer towards the noon hour, temperature's still pretty low in the hill country.
Now, one thing I want to say about this, and last night I talked about it, will be pretty breezy today. You know, some neighborhoods could have gusts up to 25 miles per hour. But, you know, last night we had an east-northeast wind, but now today we're expecting more of a southeasterly wind. So what that southeast wind's going to do is really just bring in the humidity from the Gulf of Mexico. And we do have a southeast wind in our forecast over the next several days. And that's why dew points are now in the low 60s. So when we talk about dew points starting to climb back into 60s, you are going to notice the humidity just a little bit more, especially tomorrow. We're looking at it feeling pretty humid in the afternoon.
And when we're talking about humidity, we're talking about more moisture in the air. What meteorologist Meagan Massey was just talking about, she said we had an east-northeast wind. So if the winds are coming across like this, then we're having air come over from air that's dry land. But if we have air coming off the Gulf, remember the Gulf is our moisture source. If we have those southeasterly winds, the moisture getting blown right over South Texas. So that's what meteorologist Meagan Massey was just talking about. Southeasterly winds will bring in more moisture, and that's why we're going to see these dew points climb. They've already climbed a little bit here and there, because we see some 60s and 69-degree dew points in George Weston Beeville. Once you hit 70 degrees, that's when it starts to feel really tropical. I'm sure it already feels a little bit on the tropical side in George Weston Beeville with those upper 60 dew points.
Yeah, I'm not looking forward to the humidity tomorrow, especially when I'm on my runs. I just don't like the humidity. So.
So here's a look at what we'll expect over the next 12 hours. Temperatures will level off at about 83 today at 5 p.m. It'll be partly cloudy to mostly cloudy. And then notice the rain chances don't really pick up. We could see some shower activity or thunderstorm activity by 10 p.m. in Val Verde County. But rain chances don't really pick up until we get closer to midnight and into tomorrow morning. So you see that 20% chance for rain there by midnight.
Let's go back to the 12 hours real quick, because Gabriella, this kind of answers your question. Are we only getting rain today? So rain chances will be pretty slim today, but they are going to increase, especially late this week into this weekend. So more areas will see rain, say Friday, Saturday, creeping into Sunday too. So that's kind of what we're looking at.
So really later this week is when it's going to be the highest chances for rain. We're expecting the highest chances for rain to move in for the weekend.
Now, today's severe weather outlook, this is mainly overnight tonight into the early morning hours on Tuesday. There is a level 1 marginal risk over Val Verde County, so this includes Del Rio, south into Maverick County, so that's going to include Eagle Pass up into Edwards County, and that's Rock Springs area. So that's where that level 1 marginal risk is. I know a lot of you are asking about Helotes in our comments. So of course, Helotes being in Bexar County, this is still well west of Bexar County. But any strong to severe storms we could see tonight, the primary concern will be hail and also guns. So
and here's the timeline on those, by the way. You're going to see how these showers and storms kind of fall apart as they move through the region. Now, by 5 p.m. today, future clouds and radar tries to sprinkle a little bit of shower activity over us. It'll be less than a 10% chance for rain today. So you could see a brief shower, but it would be real brief, and most of us will make it through the day without seeing a drop. So less than a 10% chance today. There you see the temperatures into the 80s for highs. And then we move into tonight. Notice by about 10 o'clock, remember how I said Val Verde County could start to see some shower activity? There's a few of those storms we were talking about. Getting closer towards 11 and midnight, and even past that into 2:30 a.m. there's those storms we were talking about. You can see they're kind of collapsing. They're kind of falling apart by 2:30 a.m. but still moving through the region, through the timeline. By the time we get to about 5 a.m., storms have continued to collapse, but still a little bit of rain. That's why we have a 40% chance for rain tonight, and then a 30% chance for rain tomorrow. Most of the rain tomorrow will be in the morning. Now, these showers and storms you're seeing on future clouds and radar now, they're not expected to be strong or severe, but you could have a few rumbles of thunder and a brief downpour or two.
So the main timeline here with most weather models and the consistency, it looks like the time frame for any showers and storms will be 10 p.m. tonight through about 7 a.m. tomorrow morning.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you see 7 a.m., that's Bexar County. The storms will be between 5 and 7 a.m. or just showers possibly even from 5 a.m. to 7 a.m. in Bexar County in the I-35 corridor. And then they shift east and then really start to collapse. And you see here, we could have a little bit of lingering shower activity on Tuesday here and there. A lot of cloud cover expected. You see temperatures rising into the 80s for highs. Maybe a few peaks of sunshine for the afternoon before cloud cover will build right back in as we head into the overnight hours Tuesday night and into Wednesday.
And then so I just want to pause right here. The rain chance that we have for Tuesday, it's mainly going to be early in the day. It's mainly going to be through the morning hour. So I know that Grace Kelly, you asked, so tomorrow afternoon, will there be storms or rain? So Grace, to answer your question, it's mainly going to be in the morning. But Andrew was just talking about a few lingering, isolated, scattered showers possible in the afternoon. But the bulk of the rain Tuesday morning, I'd say.
Yeah. And then Wednesday, you know, we're going to have more chances for rain. And I think those rain chances are going to be more into the afternoon, but the rain chances are lower for Wednesday.
Right.
It's really going to be more of like a 20% chance for rain, so not the highest chances.
And so this is actually Wednesday severe weather outlook. So kind of the same as tonight's, you know, still looking at kind of this active weather moving West Texas, still looking at a level 1 marginal risk over Del Rio up into Eagle Pass, or I'm sorry, up into Rock Springs, but Eagle Pass actually not included in that level 1 marginal risk. So this is still well west of San Antonio.
Yeah, and this, again, this will be for Wednesday, and we think that most of these storms aren't going to be too much of an issue until you get over towards Del Rio and the Rock Springs area. So how much rain can we expect over the next 7 days? This is what a lot of people want to know because a lot of people's grass is struggling, like they've been mentioning, and we're going to have to keep the sprinklers on maybe for about the next day or two, but then you can really start to turn them down, especially this weekend. That's when a majority of this rain is going to fall. We may get like 1/4 of an inch to 1/2 of an inch through Friday. And then Friday and Saturday, we're going to have the...
Sorry, the dog is barking.
He loves the golf cart guy.
Yeah, he loves the golf cart guy that always drives around. So let's go ahead and talk about our rainfall forecast. So one thing that has been pretty consistent is that most of these models have been showing at least 1 inch of rain. And it looks like our dog is finally making his debut. So here he is.
Here he is.
He's actually a big teddy bear. So yeah, definitely. Okay, so let's go ahead and keep talking about the rainfall forecast.
Yeah,
so,
sorry about that, guys.
So you were talking about how most of the rain will fall this weekend, right?
Yes, so most of the rain is going to be falling Friday and into Saturday.
Yeah.
Going to have about 2 to 2.5 inches of rainfall for parts of the I-35 corridor from San Antonio up through Austin. So a lot of heavy rainfall possible there. We could see about 1/2 of an inch to 1 inch for areas in the hill country, which is really good, to maybe even 1.5 inches in some spots.
Yeah, definitely. So let's go ahead and show the rainfall totals that you have the graphic here for.
So that's the rainfall totals we're expecting. This is how much we have for this month so far in San Antonio. This is only San Antonio. We have no rain so far in May. We need some rainfall. I'm a little bit winded from picking up Ollie. Ollie, you got to lay off the treats,
big,
man.
Yeah. Everyone's saying he's cute. Yeah, sorry, guys. He's just going to bark once in a while. I mean, this is an everyday thing. It's always the mailman, you know, the Amazon guy, the FedEx guy, and the UPS guy. Our dog just goes wild.
The people who take care of the apartment complex we live in, he loves running up to them. Our old apartment complex. The maintenance crews used to give the dogs treats. Yeah. And he always runs to try to go say hello because he thinks that he's about to get a treat.
Yeah, he's smart. He remembers that kind of stuff.
He does. So we could see our May numbers go over the average
Yeah.
after all the rainfall we expect this week, which is good because we need the rainfall, and that could get us caught up a bit. I don't think it's going to put us ahead of the annual average because remember that number is going to go up as we head throughout the week. But I think it will at least get us closer to the annual average. We could use it now, and our lakes.
I think so too. Yeah.
Yeah, and our lakes need it too because they're pretty low. You see, Medina Lake is less than 70% full now. And Canyon Lake is less than 95% full. We saw a lot of people headed out to Canyon Lake just yesterday. We were up in the hill country. We love the hill country. I grew up on a reservoir back in Mississippi, and you grew up on a lake up in Dallas.
Yeah, just right off the lake. Yeah.
Yeah. So we are lake people, and we know that a lot of people were headed out to the lake themselves. We saw a lot of people taking the boats out, and we'll continue to give you updates on these lake levels. Hopefully, we can get a good amount of rainfall along the riverways that can fill up some of these lakes because they are starting to get a little bit lower. And we also need it just for the land itself.
Well, then driving, around the hill country and also driving around South Texas, we also notice our creek beds are also a little dry. So that's why we do need the rain. And you could definitely see that in the drought monitor, just a lot of us looking at moderate and abnormally dry drought conditions.
So, and you see outside of that abnormally and moderate drought conditions, we have severe to extreme drought for places like Maverick County, which has been under that extreme drought for a while now. And then you also see it over towards portions of near Victoria. They're seeing that drought continue. So we need the rainfall, and it looks like we'll get at least a little bit today. Hopefully that can help really heal things up. Your 7-day forecast shows 40% rain overnight. That 30% chance for rain on Tuesday. Remember, we're going to have a chance for rain in the afternoon, but that rain chance is mainly going to be into the morning hours. So that's when we're going to have that higher chance for rain on Tuesday.
Right.
Wednesday, you see the thunderstorm icon there. It's still only a 20% chance for rain. So very isolated possible.
And I know some of you are asking about the aquifer. So I just brought that up. Today it sits at 660.8. And from yesterday, not much of a change. It was at 661.3. So overall, not a big difference within the last 24 hours.
Yeah, and we're going to get a lot of rain in the recharge zone throughout the next 7 days. So it shouldn't be much of an issue, especially after all the rainfall we experience over the next 7 days.
Yeah.
And the storms that we're going to get to move through the hill country, I think that should help to kind of refill the aquifer a bit.
And all the runoff from the water and stuff. So yeah, that should really help us out.
And there's also been there's been a little bit more rain off to our north. And that's good because that's also fills the Edgeworths aquifer when we get rain further to the north, like up towards the Colorado River basin. That's part of the Edgeworths aquifer too, so that will also help us. Let me bounce that back.
Yeah, so Wednesday, I do want to point out we have the flyover, right, over San Antonio. So we're looking at pretty good weather for that. I would say the only thing is it will be breezy and we could see a few hit or miss showers or thunderstorms.
Yeah.
But Wednesday, I think a lot of us will stay dry.
Yeah, and most of those storm chances will be late afternoon. The Thunderbirds will be flying overhead early in the afternoon. So they should be just fine. I don't think they're going to run into any issues.
Yeah.
The only thing is I think we are going to see a little bit of cloud cover here and there. So they'll make sure that they can be seen.
Yeah,
these guys and gals are professionals.
They are pros.
Yeah, they'll make sure that they can be seen. But that should be a lot of fun. I'm excited to see that myself. Being in an Air Force city like this, with Lackland right here. I'm sure a lot of people are going to be out checking that out.
I can't wait to see it.
Yeah. For Thursday, we'll have a 20% chance for rains, just a slight chance. Temperatures on the rise, though, 90s for highs, and it's going to be humid, too. Dew points are going to be up in the 60s to 70s.
Well, Thursday and Friday, we have forecast highs in the low 90s, but it's actually going to feel like the mid and upper 90s. So now, because we have the humid air in place both Thursday and Friday, we like to call it the air you wear because it's very sticky and tropical, right? So we'll actually have heat indices in the mid and upper 90s. So I've been saying it is going to feel pretty summer-like because mid and upper 90s, that's just summer-like to me, I guess. So, and also the humidity. But rain chances are are really going to increase Friday evening into Saturday. You know, we have a 50% chance of rain on Saturday, you know, but I could really see it increasing, especially if weather models are pretty consistent with this disturbance moving through, and they have been the last couple of updates. So I think our rain chances on Saturday could definitely be a little bit higher than 50%.
Yeah, so those could be raised as we head throughout the week as there's more confidence in the forecast. So be on the lookout for that. In other words, this weekend, if you have outdoor plans, try to bring them indoors.
Yeah.
Because it's looking like it will be a little wet. Sunday, still up for debate. We may have a drier afternoon. Still some, I'm not saying completely dry, but keep a lookout on Sunday. But Saturday is looking very wet.
We have not enough chances for rain.
Don't worry.
People want rain.
I know we'll get some rain through here. Just hopefully we don't get it in the way that that it usually happens. You know, people always say we need rain and it's a drought, and then you get a flood. So hopefully we don't get, knock on wood, hopefully we don't get that. We don't want that kind of a situation, but we could use a little bit of rainfall here and there, spaced out nicely, not all at once. Let's take a look at the Texas State Park forecast. I love looking at this. We're big state park people. I've got my Texas State Park pass myself. A great place to maybe go after all this rainfall. Pedernales Falls State Park. That's
a good idea.
Yep, it's just off to our north along the Pedernales River. And it's kind of closer to our friends in Austin, but it's a great state park to see. The falls are so beautiful, and you can kind of walk along the rocks and climb along the rocks there right along the waterfall. You're not allowed to swim right next to the falls, but they do have a swimming area within the state park. A lot of great hiking throughout the state park. Of course, right here near San Antonio is Guadalupe River State Park, which is the beautiful Guadalupe River flowing through it. Government Canyon State Natural Area is within Bexar County. Just to the west of San Antonio, kind of closer towards our friends in Helotes. Someplace that I've always wanted to see, and we're going to go see it eventually. Devil's River State Natural Area. That's in Valverde County. So a lot of great rivers and beautiful parks to go to. And if rivers aren't your thing, we've talked about this one a lot. It's one of our favorites. Enchanted Rock State Natural Area.
Yeah,
which is
it gets windy up there, though.
Yeah, Gillespie County. It's very windy and very beautiful, though. So
yeah, it gets pretty windy up there. Elizabeth asking any rain for Poteet. Elizabeth, I think your best bet on any rain chances will be Friday evening and this weekend.
Yeah, but you could have a brief shower and storm here and there throughout the week, but not expecting. We're expecting a bulk of the rain to be Friday night and into Saturday.
Yeah, this weekend.
And here's some bad news. Beyond the 7-day forecast, remember, we love getting the 7-day forecast, but I always like to look beyond a little bit. So this does not include the next 7 days. This is only from day 8. So starting with, that would be, what day is it? Next Tuesday. Yeah. Starting with next Tuesday all the way through the next Monday. It's looking like we could have a little bit drier conditions, so below average rainfall expected.
Yeah.
So a drier setup in our weather pattern, and then it looks like it'll be hot too. So maybe after this rainfall, those rivers will be a nice place to go to.
I can't believe we're, with these outlooks, we're already talking about, after mid-May. Now we're starting to look later in the month, and it's like, okay, time is just flying by.
Yeah, May is flying by. Goodness.
Yeah, this is pretty typical. So we have drier than normal, and then above normal temperatures.
Yeah.
Okay, and that's going to be beyond the 7-day, of course.
Yeah, there's the flu index. In case you didn't see it over the weekend, there's been tons of improvement. It just continues to improve. Less and less flu activity out there, but we're moving way out of flu season now. So that's pretty typical. So I'm sure it has been helped too, though, with all the social distancing. So it's nice to see some improvement there. And then here's your Lone Star 3-day forecast. Look across the state. It's looking like some rain chances will start to develop for some areas. Amarillo, the Panhandle, could have some rain today. We see some rain chances increase for the Dallas-Fort Worth area by the time we get to Tuesday. And then you see some increase, and you see a lot of rain chances really in different parts of the state on Tuesday, including the Waco corridor. So the I-35 corridor as a whole seeing some rain chances there. And then maybe a little bit drier for Wednesday, still a few storms here and there. And then if we had a Lone Star 6 or 7-day forecast, you'd see the thunderstorm activity pick up for a majority of us as we head into Saturday.
So, you know, Waco, Temple, Georgetown, and Austin, they're still looking at decent rain chances this week too. And also into this weekend, you know, we just showed you the rainfall forecast over the next 7 days, and it looked like most of the heavier rainfall amounts and the higher rainfall coverage will be north of Austin.
Yeah. So that's where they're going to really get the heavy rainfall is further up to the north.
So Ronald wants to know, what was the name of the park you were talking about by Austin with the waterfalls? I would love to take my family there.
That is Pedernales Falls State Park. But here's the thing. It said Pedernales, but it's spelled Pedernales. Pedernales. Pedernales but it's said Pedernales. I used to work in the Austin viewing area. I used to work at KVUE in Austin. It's our sister station. And when they told me that is Pedernales, I said, wait, no, there's no R in that part. It's in the next part of the name. And they said, well, it's Pedernales. I said, okay.
Ronald says, thank you.
Yeah, no problem, Ronald. Yeah, a lot of great hiking there. It's a beautiful area. And honestly, there's a lot of great rivers and nearby there too that you can check out. It's not far. It's a little bit of a drive, but it's not too far from Hamilton Pool Preserve, which you have to get a reservation for. But it's a beautiful waterfall and swimming hole near Austin. So that's another great one. And, you know, we got Wimberley has Blue Hole Park, and it also has Jacob's Well, which we drove through Wimberley yesterday ourselves. There were a lot of people out there enjoying Wimberley. Make sure you're wearing those masks, guys, whenever you're not social distancing. You don't have to wear a mask all the time. It's just whenever you're not social distancing, when you can't, when you're unable to stay 6 feet away from somebody. But again, you don't have to wear a mask all the time. So remember that.
Grace Kelly wants to know what's in the air for allergies. So everything's light across the board.
Yeah, and I can go ahead and pull that up for you. Let me scroll up here on our computer and pull that up. We have light amounts of mold and light amounts of grass. Grace, if it's bothering you, I'm having allergies myself the last few days, even though things have stayed fairly light. I think honestly, it may have gotten within our apartment all the allergens from when it spiked the last few months.
It's probably our dog.
He's a little allergen spreader.
Yeah.
So
pollinator. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think that's all the questions we have. Don't forget, we still have Cloudy with a Chance of Learning going on this week. Andrew and I will be talking about the solar system again today. We do have Tropical Tuesday, but we'll be live once again on Facebook and our KENS 5 YouTube page, and also the app, right, at 1 p.m.
Yeah.
So we'll be there to answer any questions that you may have. Of course, we have Fun Time Friday. We'll be talking about Computer Models 101, so we'll be breaking that down on Wednesday, and then Thursday.
I can't remember what Thursday is.
I can't remember what Thursday is.
We'll get that to you, though, during our 1 p.m. Cloudy with a Chance.
We should have the schedule up and going this week. So.
Yeah, but hey, guys, we hope you have a wonderful day. Get out and enjoy it. We'll have a little bit of sunshine here before cloud cover builds in a little bit more later this afternoon. So get out and enjoy the nicer weather while it's still around, because, again, a lot of chances for rain this week. Meteorologist Stacia Wilson is on for KENS 5 at noon. Don't forget to tune in. And then Weather Chief Bill Taylor will be on at 4, 5, 6, and 10 this afternoon and tonight. I hope you all have a great one, and we'll be sure to keep you posted right here on all of the social media channels and on KENS 5. Have a great one.
Yeah, see you guys later.